we'll move on now to Zhao's video. We're going to look a little bit at his video where he works with a little bit more advanced student, actually, I think a college student in this case. And I wanted to let him set up the video for all of you because you're going to see multiple camera angles in his video. Zhao.
Thank you, Sarah. As you can see on the video coming up, you will see that when a student walked in my office at St. Norbert College, he has a big screen TV with multiple cameras displaying. I use OBS Studios, and which is a free software, and I set up 8 cameras on my studio, and everything is being recorded on the lesson. So besides the fact that they're there sitting having lesson with me, they actually can look it in the screen and also see bigger from multiple angles. And at the end of the lesson, I just drag the file to their Google Drive, and they watch these at home, and they have to write reports, and all the practice steps are there. And you'll notice how this was effective.
Very good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and cue up the video. You'll see, I think it's 4 angles in this particular clip. Annabeth.
See, that's different. Now you're listening. And then you'll be able to control this. Yes. Yeah, but I tell what I'm seeing. And if you see that top camera, you see the difference. If I am, or if I am, what's the difference?
Just the elbow. Right?
Yep, just the elbow. If I'm too much here, I'm comfortable on those two, and then I'm not comfortable there. So if you bring already here and you, because all you need to think is this, no, not here, you tilt it and you rotate it bigger. So I'm kind of finding where I really need to be, my alignment, to be able to handle this passage without making 2 or 3 positions of. I mean, you can make it one. You can move a little bit with unit, and it's always this goes first. This goes the last. I don't want you to do these first, these and then that, or these and these, because that's when your sound starts to change. On it every time. Yep. There we go.
All I did was just look at the screen.
Yep.
Like,
there we go. Yes. 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 That's why it's there. Exactly. That's awesome. I mean, this is a perfect example. This works.
Oh, that's so interesting to see him really digesting his own reflection back at him. Can I ask you a technical question? Why is it that you're asking him to avoid the twisting?
Well, first of all, it's not healthy, you know, and it's much harder. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit here. You have my, you know, we need to be always really concerned about our alignment, and an alignment not only of the forearm, but in relation with the body. You know, this is a concept of Dorothy Taubman. When we play on the extremes of the piano, to actually bring the elbow in, it's actually easier to move this way than to be moving the elbow. This is much slower than if you simply just move this way. So when I'm playing everything here in the middle, usually I bring myself a little back, and when I'm playing on the extreme, I bring myself a little in front. So particularly on this passage that you notice, if he changed so much, it's hard to control the sound with the elbow out, right? So we are planning this using double rotation most of the time, right? So in that way, it actually, my thumb is not out and walk it in. My thumb already is staying. The longer fingers stay already in contact with the black keys. So it's much easier to control, and it's healthier than to be doing this movement.
Yeah, it's so interesting too, because in that video, you can see how extreme he was when he first started it. His elbow was way out and he was very twisted. And then we saw that moment of realization. I loved that moment where he kind of, a little light bulb went off and went, oh my goodness, you're right. And he really adjusted himself. Yeah, it's really exciting to see.
Yes, this we use this hybrid studio in our university where you can use multiple cameras, and I have some of these here to show you. These are some of the options. So when the student is in the lesson, he can see multiple angles, they score, he can see top cameras and see the relation with the body. And so it's the power of the visual communication that when a student is with you without this, he's only seeing one side, he's only seeing the score or you or the pedal. Now with this equipment, they're actually seeing more angles at once. And particularly with this generation, they're used to multiple things happening, screens, and it's been really beneficial to our program. Yes, you can have the score, you can have the classroom maestro with it when I play it, demonstrate. So, and if you're interested on this, I will be presenting about this topic on the conference in July in Chicago.
Oh, very good.
So I have a topic on that.
Very good.
Back to the future, the interdependence of online, in-person, and hybrid piano lessons.
Very good. And I just want to underscore again for the audience that he's using Open Broadcaster software, which is a open source free software. I'm always amazed that it's there for us to use at no cost. I had one question to you too, just general. I mean, how do you find that this video setup has really impacted your students' learning?
Well, the fact that they can see live from multiple angles and also review these at home. I don't write down the notes what to do. I make them always watch and write down reports and write down the practice steps. So it reviews, they can review these at home and they see their improvements. I don't let them go out of the classroom or the room without actually doing correctly in there. So they can actually track their progress and improve like that. And also everything, they can review everything. So it's a really powerful tool to be used. And we all have some equipment after the pandemic. I know a lot of us are sick of using Zoom and all the cameras and the online, but this is here to stay. And this generation, they need the use of technology to continue helping them to learn.
And I actually want to hit on something you said. I think that's so significant is you said not only can they see themselves doing it incorrectly, you make sure they do it correctly on the camera. So when they review that video, they can go, oh yeah, I see that difference, or I hear that difference, or whatever that is. That pedagogically, that's so important.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing this. And I think it's a good shout out to our attendees